Hello YouTube, it's Z here, and I'm back again for a second episode of Humans, Season 1, Episode 2. And gonna do the kind of the same way, go down as I did in the previous one, go down as events happen in the show, um, and just talk about things that way. And I'm gonna start off with, with Sophie, the little, the daughter. Um, when she asked Laura to cut off the crust like Anita does, it's starting to reflect back on more things that show that she's kind of being replaced, or at least giving her the feelings that she's being replaced. It's also with that same theme going back to Simons, the detective, him and his wife. His wife's name's Jill, and she when he helps her to the restroom and everything, and um, he's just trying to help and wants her to ask for his help, and she wants Simon to do something for her, and she says he just knows what I need, which is very it's I would feel bad too if I was him. um, but then there's another thing that happened with Max and Leo, because they went to the guy who works on the stolen Sims, and he Max was standing there while Leo was getting beat up, and you could see like the anger on his face. He was trying to stay in character, but he couldn't any longer, and which is probably a good thing for Leo. Um, and he attacked the one guy, and but he did listen to Leo and ran when he told him to run. And at the end, he caught him when he had to jump off from the balcony there. And then next we had George on the phone with the simp, uh, which I thought was kind of funny because I'm quite sure a lot of us have had similar situations where you got to make a support call or something, and you get the automated system, and you really don't want to deal with the automated system, and it wants you to talk to it, and it doesn't want to recognize what you're saying or something like that. So I found that pretty funny. Also with George, I'm going to jump ahead a little bit with George, but the other thing I noticed with him was, since his Sith is kind of like a jailer. I mean, he mentions it a couple times actually. Um, so it's kind of weird. It would be really weird a situation. It brings up a lot of situations, like all the different Sims. Like some people it seems like it's a companion, some it seems like it's a jailer or whatever so far. But he did mention that he was the creator or co-creator of the AI or whatever for The Sims. So that was big. And he mentioned Alistair, and also I believe Leo and Max mentioned Alistair as, and I think it was Alistair was Leo's father, and he created the Sims, so he's seen as a father to them as well. So that was interesting to see, especially for what happens later on. That those two revelations there. And then we have, after that, it was more of the Simon. He kind of had his breakdown when he was at the crime scene, and he kind of manhandled the uh, the suspect. And him and his partner talked, and she kind of, I guess, got the sense that he was frustrated with what was going on at home. Also, Anita uh, was well, she wasn't caught staring, but you see her staring at the father and son, like bonding when they're like trying to fix the bike and stuff like that. And it looked like she was kind of longing for that type of real companionship or family or something like that. So maybe her memories are not completely wiped, and she kind of knows what she's trying to do to get back to him, but she's better at hiding it maybe. Um, and a lot of the scenes with Anita and Laura this episode, well, actually the first episode too, but it's kind of like horror movie or drama type build-ups where it's you have like it's like a battle between the two, the whole all these little moments like that only Laura sees, but no one else sees these things. Um, so those are nice moments in the series, I thought too. Um, Also, Niska, the blonde simp, she got tired of being there, to say the least, and took out that guy that wanted the creepy guy that wanted the her to do weird things. Um, and gets out. She cuts something out of the back of her neck, which I'm assuming is like some type of tracker or something like that. And she gets out. So she is out to. She's free. She's probably gonna look for Leo and Max, I'm assuming. Um, and then we come up to Leo and Max again, actually thinking. And the big surprise of the episode for me was when Max basically took charged Leo, gave him a jump start. So Leo is human because he was able to go in and out of the brothel, the doors, because he had to have a human touch to go through the doors, and he was able to do that. So he's not a synth, but he also has wiring. So he could be the first cyborg, maybe. And that actually may lead into some other theories I had from first episode, where like they're the Sims are the 5 Sims that are different could have once been humans and been in a horrible accident and they were saved, and they're a hybrid now in the synth, in the body of the synth type thing. So that's leaning more towards that than um, it's leaning more towards that after second episode. And the whole thing with Alistair, um, who if he's his son, maybe Alistair did this to save him from some incident. Maybe even maybe Alistair was a kid that you see in the flashbacks. I don't know. That's like jumping the gun, I guess. Um, but obviously, Alistair helped create him along with George. So, and there's so that's going to be something that tie-in is going to lead George into the group some kind of way. And then the last thing is how it ended with Anita smiling at the end. It seemed like, to me, I got like, okay, her plan worked. Like things are happening the way she wants it to. And that's because I think she knows she needs to meet up with the other ones, and she's been doing things to get in a situation where she could. So going back to the facility might be what she wants, because she maybe before she was bought, she figured out a way out. I don't know, but that's what I'm thinking. She was planning this because she wanted to go back to the facility, or at least to be in this type of situation where she's leaving the family and can get away. But all in all, again, another solid episode. And as I'm trying to catch up, I will be watching the third episode right after this, and I'll hopefully get that video up pretty quickly too. But wow, if you guys have any other theories or questions, please post them down below. I'll check on them this week, and hopefully we can get a discussion started. But if you like what I'm doing here, my name's Zeej, and you guys can subscribe to get updates. And hey, I'll talk to you guys after I watch the third one. And you guys have a good one. I'll see you guys in the future. Peace.